Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Sekiro. Alright, it's time to retake the castle. The bell guy is back. I prefer to just... Okay. So that's new. And this will be our first encounter with the Red Samurai or Shinobi or whatever you feel like calling them. I hope you like those guys, because they're everywhere now. I should have picked up this a while ago. Alright. That line never made sense to me. He tells you they're in the moat, and I don't really know what he means by that. What I do know is that I believe it's over here. Treasure carp. So definitely come down here to kill that. And then over here, you'll find a way up. And there's an Interior Ministry agent. We'll kill him. The only reason I can come up with for why that just happened is that he was depressed and he wanted to die. He should have blocked at least once. Alright, this area is basically the same. There was just an idol that we needed to get. So, they're a little tricky, but not super bad. They're kind of like just competent samurai. I don't think they have a swipe, but I'm pretty sure they have a stab. And there should be a couple more of them up here. I have never heard that noise before. But I will use this guy against them, because I'm pretty sure there's two of them. Oh yeah, they do have a swipe. That guy was about to swipe at me. Ow. Oh, why am I just laying there? My puppet almost killed me. My goodness. So that should sound familiar. We can't get in here yet, but that's another chained ogre in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight another one. So while those guys were sent in to deal with all of the samurai, Interior Ministry agents and rats were sent in to deal with the Nightjar. So everywhere the Nightjar were, you'll find rats. And everywhere that the blue-robed Master Samurai were, you'll pretty much find Interior Ministry agents. Yeah, you can see them there. Ow! Gonna break my back. Yeah, ow. That was an accident, but okay. Yeah, they're sort of very annoying. Especially if ones from super far away notice you. Because they'll just start knifing you. But you can see in action why getting those regeneration for death blow abilities was such a big deal. I've had to use 2 gourds so far. I probably would have had to use them all if I weren't regaining health at the rate that I am. Is there someone else that noticed me? Thought I saw another bar. Probably not. Alright. And you don't have to take that long-winded route, because there's this bamboo right here. So you can just get onto that house and jump up. There are more of them. And yeah, dealing with them is very, very tricky. Because they also have ranged attacks. They can also leap between rooftops like it's no big deal. And some of them have poison, and some of them have dogs. Fighting multiple guys at once in this, especially enemies like this, is extremely tricky, and I would absolutely not recommend it. Oh, that's why. I should probably kill the other guy first. He'll be much easier to put down. Alright, now it's just you. I should have been doing that from the start. The guys with the white hoods are rarer than the other ones. They're a little more dangerous, usually. Alright, I'm not sure if that was all of them, or if there's still one or two left, but that was at least most of them. See, I'm pretty sure you could make that way easier on yourself by taking advantage of things like Yashiriku's sugar. Just sneaking around them. I just normally choose not to. Alright, we've got the antechamber. Sculptor's idol back. I'll go ahead and grab that. Okay. I think I'll just put the rest of my skill points into prosthetic abilities now. Just because you can do some neat things and I kind of like having them. With my playstyle, I don't do very many fancy things. I barely use prosthetic abilities ever, unless I'm kind of forced to. And as a result, the passive abilities that just improve you are the ones that matter most to me. Once you've got basically all of them, though, like there's another one. I think it's in the Senpou thing that makes sugars, like the Buddhist candies, benefit you more. But I never use it. Oh, come here, man. Just step a little closer. Come on. That's just in case you didn't get the conversation about rice before. You can now. Now, do not dive down there to start looking for loot, because there's a headless at the bottom of this lake, and you definitely want to make sure you're ready before fighting a headless. Alright, let's get in here and take this ogre out. He's identical to the last one, just stronger. Oop. So I should know how to fight him. By this point, this one should be way easier to fight. You'll have so much more health and healing stuff the first time you have like 3 gourd uses to deal with him. Which is basically an impossible job. But it's way easier now. Oh, I forgot there was another shinobi medicine upgrade. I got another upgrade. Alright. And with that, the base of the castle is open again. So he's now basically praying to Buddha and trying to figure out a way to leave unsuspiciously so that he doesn't have to be here for the coming war. Because he sees what's going on all around them, which is, you know, all of our men are dying, and he doesn't want to be a part of that. Now, curiously, there's a nightjar over here. It's like the only one alive is in this area. And now none of them are. I'll just fix that now. And now there should just be one other cannoneer. This area is mostly the same. But I think there's one or two subtle differences, like that nightjar. Whoop! He's an explosive. Yeah, alright. Let's just get up here and put you down. Alright, no more cannons. Now it's a mad dash to victory. So there's a nightjar, but before fighting him, there's a rat right here. You can overhear him making fun of the Ashina for not seeing them coming, and you get a heavy coin purse for killing him specifically. Otherwise, you can have these two fight each other, and they will. And, the rat will usually demolish that guy, because he's just got so much more health and does so much more damage, that it is not a fair fight. I'm not sure who's noticing me right now. Oh, there's one of them up there. I thought there was one of them up there. Ooh, and we got another explosive. I have no idea where that one came from. Well, they really are ninjas. They're tricky. They'll just pop up out of nowhere and start blowing things up. Alright, so that just leaves over here. Where you can watch a samurai general and an interior ministry agent just sort of fight each other for a while if you feel like it. The interior ministry agent will win. Barring a miracle, he's just way too dangerous for the general. See, the real way to win in a fight, it's not through like clever swordplay or anything. You just have to be really good at kicking someone, and they don't stand a chance. Alright, now it's us. I'm somewhat more dangerous than that guy. And this route down here is way more dangerous than it was. Unless, no, I don't think it gets dangerous until later, actually. We'll see. Yeah, it's all good for now. The monkeys aren't here yet. Just a couple of wolves. And there's a mini-boss in here. Don't fight him if you're not prepared. But he's a lone shadow. And fighting him in close quarters can be tricky as well. This dude is really weird. And I'll explain why once I'm done fighting him. Yeah, he uses poison as well. I think he might call the dogs if they're still alive, but I'm not sure. Okay, so he's dead. So he said that he wanted to take his revenge for his brother Masanari. You only hear that name one other time, and it's when you go into an alternate version of the past that didn't actually happen. And you... Did I never get the gate? I didn't get the gate. The sculptor's idol at the gate. I need to do that, actually. It never actually happened, near as I can tell. Like, you didn't actually kill that guy. Not in reality. Because he's only there in the alternate version. But if that one is true, you kill the spear bearer right there at the start of that alternate version. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, if you go through the alternate version, the guy he's accusing you of killing, you've killed once, and you've killed him twice. And something just doesn't fit there. Very strange. The simplest way to deal with it is just to kill them all, and not worry about sorting it out. So there's some Interior Ministry agents in this place now. Yeah, there's one. He'll fight with the samurai if you let him, but he will definitively win. I can just run off and see if they'll engage one another. Whoa! Yeah, I'll let you guys play around. So that's him. In here, there's just some more samurai. I believe... Okay, yeah, these two are still here. They didn't really justify their existence, if I'm being honest. This is just unfair. This poor Nightjar is gonna get bullied out of existence. See, he just gets jackhammered by this dude. Here's Ishin and Emma.
You're leaving.
It never fails.
I like how both of them are just talking like nothing's weird as the entire castle is being invaded. So this is just a lore item, and it just tells you that there are 2 mortal blades. One of them is in the castle somewhere, I believe, and it's the black mortal blade. It's not as potent as the red one, but it's capable of opening gates to the underworld or something like that. It's a weird deal. Okay, so we have a boss fight in here, mini-boss fight. That's Lone Shadow Vilehand, but you don't want to just charge in and attack him, because he has his friend here. And while you've seen I can take on a couple at a time, I'd really rather not. And if you have trouble with Lone Shadows, by all means, puppeteer that guy and use him against him. Together you'll shred Vilehand here. I don't commit to my actions enough, and they always end up hitting me for it. Yeah, that rapid kick, and then ending with a, I don't even know what you call it, a stab kick, is basically a death sentence if you treat it that way against them. When they do that, you can punish them so much in such a short time. I mean, you get 4 parries and then a Makiri counter. If it doesn't instantly kill them, it'll bring them so close to it. Right, the agent's still here. He respawns. Well, we'll ignore him and just head up. And here we have Owl. And this is the first actual decision you get to make in the game.
Father, to that for this that's what the now from this list of.
So you can either forsake Kuro, giving into Shuro, which is the murder demon spirit, where you end up killing him. He kills Genichiro, and then you kill him, you kill Emma, and you kill Ishin. And then I'm assuming you kill Kuro, having 2 mortal blades, and then wipe out everyone. Or you break the Iron Code, ending your former reasons for helping Kuro, and choosing to out of compassion, which is unheard of for a shinobi. And this is how you progress the game. Like, this here is really the bad ending, and it cuts the game time, like, it cuts like a third of the game out. If you want to do that on a subsequent playthrough, I encourage it, because there's an achievement for it. You get to fight unique boss encounters because of it. But you lose out on all Lapis Lazuli gains, 1 of the Headless, 2 full Prayer Bead necklaces, a bunch of cool abilities, and a Gourd Seed. So I wouldn't recommend it. Not for the first time. Certainly not for a playthrough.
Enough talk.
And this fight is, this guy's actually tricky. He uses shinobi tools, and he will do things that you can do. He's the one enemy in the game that can Makiri counter you. And if he Makiri counters you, it's over. You're insta-dead. It took me forever to beat him. Now, he has this little bomb thing you'll see him throw out every now and then. That prevents healing if he catches you with it. So if he chucks that, run for it immediately. And whenever he does his shoulder bash, block his follow-up attack and then back up, because he has that firecracker move, which can tear into you. And now he's going to get a little trickier.
Wait, please.
And then when you move in,
It won't.
he'll do that.
To see how you.
Ah, he got me with it. I don't mind not being able to see. It bothers me, though, that the whole game makes you stand still for a few seconds after you can see with that. Ah, right. I forgot that he gets rid of his shuriken and starts poisoning you instead. Yeah, you can parry that, or you can just sort of walk to the side. Ooh! He was about to throw another anti-health bomb. Yeah, well, screw you, Dad. I forgot, he has that posture regaining ability too. At least he's not healing. Although, frankly, that would make the fight so much trickier. And more memorable, honestly.
Shadow, you taught me well. That's my boy.
Alright. And the final boss of Act 2 has been defeated. Just like Genichiro. The difference is, the owl's actually dead, and Genichiro was not. I'm gonna go ahead and reopen these windows.
Wolf, and I think
Yeah.
that
And when you beat him, he dropped another item. This, which is the branch someone cut off from the Sakura tree that killed it, but that you needed for the recipe. Owl was the one that did it, hoping to achieve immortality by doing it. It didn't work, the branch died, so he couldn't use it for anything, but it's useful for the incense that we need to travel to Fountainhead, which is where the dragon is, which we need its tears
no
to fix his immortality.
wolf. What now?
So, we put the flower, the stone, and the branch in,
Wolf,
and then you have to draw the mortal blade to get some blood from Kuro, because no weapon can harm him except that thing.
How was the wound?
It's like
What's that?
I am.
And then you noted that the hut down past Mibu Village, where you took out the corrupted monk, said something about a sweetly scented aroma and like some kind of weird bridal thing. It's a weird deal, but basically, once you have the incense smell on you, you go there. And that's how you get to Fountainhead. So you want to overhear that until you hear that particular encounter. Then you rest again. Once you hear the right one, Emma will move. Just up the stairs.
I must that what
Yeah, so say that you agree. She says that she's going to go see Lady Tomoe's tomb. Or I think she's going to research her before going to see the grave. Let's see. Yeah. So rest, and then talk to her. She'll give you a book.
Master, I hate.
purify.
Yeah, they're in the back, the how and the
If the
corrupts.
is it was
But
what
it, I would,
What?
I,
So she's going to go to their graves now. Of a former shinobi and divine heir. I'm pretty sure it was another divine heir. And she was trying to do basically the same thing I was, but also looking for a way to preserve his life. Their graves are right back here.
hello have
not that I'm
Or-
So she says she's going to go talk to Orangutan about it, which is the actual name of the sculptor. But they won't really be able to come up with anything, except for a very unsettling answer that they don't really want to tell you because they want to keep you alive. And in order for this ending that this is involved in, this is the one where Sekiro dies. In order to keep Kuro alive, his life ends. And you overhear that. One of them has to die. Wolf, of course, is ready to die for him in a moment. And then you talk to her.
was
I'm,
Ask about what you
What-
overheard.
what-
that lit,
What?
those, yeah, correct. I open,
And then she tells you,
what are you don't do I
if you ask her, that is Owl's Bell Charm,
you should, I, but,
which you can use at the Buddha right there. So I have the money and nothing else to really spend it on. So I think I'll just start chewing through some of these. I barely ever use them anyway, although that one actually is pretty handy. Sometimes you miss with the first swing on the axe, that gives you a way to get through it. You can try again if you fail. So there's Malcontent. I like Malcontent. I like Okinaga. So I think it's smart to go for both of those. And neither of them take mercury. So that there takes fulminated mercury. That one does. That one does. And that one does. And I think those are the only ones. And then a couple of these ones do. And these are the lazulite upgrades. Big deal. Those ones are very helpful. That one is probably my favorite. I've never used lazulite Subimaru. That one's pretty cool because it snap seeds in an axe form. When you swing it, it makes a particular vibration that dispels illusions. And those things just go through everything. No one can guard against a lazulite shuriken. But unfortunately, there are only 6 lazulite in a given game. And just upgrade them. They always cost the same. They just have some more utilities, usually. And then go use this with the new Bell Charm. There's only 6 lazulite in the game, and you need like 8 or 9 or something like that to get all the upgrades. So you must play through all the way to the Fountainhead Palace twice if you want all of the prosthetic upgrades. Alright, this guy's rough. This is Masanagi the Spear Bearer again. And he will try to summon some wolves. If you stop him from doing it, he's just like anyone else. But if you let him do it, he will continue to spawn more and more and more of them, and fighting them and him is horrible. Okay. So he's dead. Even if you're not going for this ending, it's important to go through it. Well, for one, you get things like that. But, oh, right. I forgot about him. Ugh, I hate them. But there's 2 prayer beads in this little side route. Oh, right! I forgot about the club guy. Okay, I'm gonna have to kill both of them. Not the spear. There we go. What? That didn't even hit the shield? What is this? It's not even hitting his shield, it's just hitting him. This is why I hate them. Because they can choose if your prosthetic does anything or nothing. There. Now he's instantly dead. Boy, do I hate them all. Interesting. I didn't know that guy had a swipe. That one has a shield, like a armor on him. This has gone far less smooth than it normally does. Not that I really care all that much. Ow. Don't get the cleave type, I guess. There we go. Alright, so that was a bit of a hammering. Doesn't matter, because I'm not going down either of those routes. You can go through the middle now. This place is trickier. There's just a couple of bandits. Because Owl kind of ran these bandits, and he was the one that was in charge of their attack. But he was doing it under the guise of just bandits attacking. It was really for those guys. The Interior Ministry hired him, pretty much, to get the Divine Air. And so, the agents, after... Oh, come on. They didn't let me parry him. This is nonsense. What? Hooray. They didn't let me death blow him, which is sort of annoying. I get Divine Favor? No, I did not. Divine Favor is the mechanic, of course, that makes it so that when you die, you lose nothing. But it's a random chance. Yeah, hey, now it's just us. I have to make back all that experience you took from me, you bastards. Die, die, die. I think there might be one or two more of them. I don't think there's any more of them in here. I'm pretty sure the only one that was charged out to try and kill me. So that's probably all of them. There's a couple more bad guys in this side room again. Feel free to puppet someone if you need to. This area is really tricky. There are only a few bandits left. The real bad guys are over here. Juzao's back, and he has a new buddy.
I don't like this. Something skipping.
Masanari. And that's the only time you ever hear the name mentioned. Now, you can try to fight both of them, and it is rough, to say the least. Just gonna take him out now. There aren't a lot of allies for these two. Dang it. Yeah, they don't like you to fight one or the other. They want you to fight them both. And now you get to deal with Juzao again. There we go. Alright, that's the last of the mini-bosses out here. Their archers are poison archers, too. Him and the other archer that I killed over there, both poison. This is the guy that normally helps you. You just find him dead, so you can't count on him anymore. And then those two shinobi hunters from earlier in the former area, down the bamboo path, are here now. Kill him easy enough, the other one's a little tricky. It's very easy to get killed by them here, because if you're not careful, you'll fight both of them at once, and an archer. But neither of them are super strong, so just take them out, and then you should be able to move on easily enough. Another fulminated mercury. I don't believe there's anything new behind that secret wall. Mid-air prosthetic. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. Fang and Blade is nice. Projected Force is nice. You can get both of these, and then I can get Living Force, which, if I can grab it in this playthrough, I wouldn't have a problem doing. It's pretty neat, wreathing your weapon in fire. Okay. And now we go to fight one of the 2 or 3 hardest bosses in the game. Someone that still gives me trouble. The Father variant of Owl. So, his first phase is very similar to his first encounter. There are a couple of differences, but like things like that. Don't try to run from that attack. He will follow you and crush you with the slam anyway. He is extremely tricky with it. You just chill right next to him and then dodge to the side before he swings or parry it. If you try to get away from him, he will find a way to get you anyway. But however you beat him the first time should be how you beat him this time. He only has 1 or 2 new moves, everything else is the same. Except he's stronger. Way stronger. Frankly, I recommend not fighting him until you're at the end of the game. I do just because I can right now. And that's just kind of how I play the game. Because as you can see, he has a lot of posture and health. And he hits really hard. Right, I almost just stabbed at him without even thinking, which will allow him to Makiri counter and instant death blow me. Alright, first phase down. Now he starts using magic. That. So when he does that, you just sort of run away until he attacks you. See, he'll do things like that, and then he'll teleport. Very annoying. But it's very difficult to predict where he'll come from or what move he'll use. Your strategy for fighting him should not change. You just won't be able to get hits in sometimes. Okay. When he does this, jump over it. Whoa, he changed his move. Normally, that's a very predictable attack. He changed it, though. He'll do it again. He always does. That's Shadow Rush, one of the high-level abilities that you can get on the Shinobi line of attacks. I think it's the first esoteric text that the sculptor gives you once you get a skill point or 2. And it's the ultra move at the end of it. It's some big ol' stab. Usually, he'll do this, you jump over it, and then he'll Shadow Rush you. And it's like almost every time that's what he does. Usually he teleports after the firecrackers too. Always try to get a hit in, you usually will not. Ooh. Uh-oh. Death blow. Yeah, be careful if you run out of posture. He will absolutely take advantage of it. But his posture is barely regenerating because of how much health he's lost. Gotcha. Alright.
Defeated by my own son. Entirely unpleasant.
He's worth 10 grand. which is a lot, even at this point. And now you have the branch that he cut off when it was still alive, which is the item that you need in order to get the not best ending, but one ending below that in terms of what's good and what's not. Where Kuro doesn't die, but everyone doesn't live. Because you die.
I have it.
And yet, please. I. Goodbye.
Let me see if I can get the 2 that I want. That's 1500, 1500. Both of these are needed to get that, which I think I would get, given the chance. I'm not sure if I'll get enough fulminated mercury for it. We'll see. And I'm not sure if this is going to give me enough money either. It won't.
This.
Malcontent is helpful because when you use it, it really screws with,
That I'm big.
it really screws with the phantoms. Like, they have a lot of trouble. They just start kind of going mad. And that's what you use the Malcontent ring for. This is what you used the weird, like, ember thingies that we got in Mibu Village on top of that house that was surrounded by 3 bell taros and all of that. Now we can take a look at these. So no fulminated mercury there, just lots of grave wax, which is expensive. 4 there, 3 there, 4 there. That's where most of that stuff comes into play. And they all have grave wax too, but you'll get more than enough if you just play through the game several times. Because there's a lot. This thing is valuable because it can harm, what are they called? Phantoms. Like any kind of headless or shishimen, it'll tear them up. Now, it won't just kill them, you know, immediately or anything like that, because they have some health to them. Its real value is in the fact that if you get this, which lets you use the flame vent. It's only the flame vent, really, although there is something weird with the divine abduction, but which I've never used. But if you use the flame vent, you light your weapon on fire. Useful for things with red eyes, because you can tear them up with fire. If you use the sacred flame vent, it basically gives you the effect of divine confetti without having to use divine confetti. That's why it's so valuable. Alright, so now we've met the requirement for the ending that I'll use. We should be able to, yeah. Now the doors are open.
No. Oh, are you? Could you?
Yeah,
It is which sees.
And now you have the frozen tears. That's the item that you need to get the return ending, which is the best ending, the one I've already gotten on my own time. And so I won't be getting it this time, but I have the ability to. So you need Divine Dragon's Tears to get any of the 3 not worst endings. You can get the Shura ending by just helping Owl, but you don't really want to do that. For some reason you still have these, even though they should have been consumed. Then you have the Aromatic Flower and the Frozen Tears. And both of those, that one's for the Purification ending, I think it is. That's for the Return ending. I kind of want to push through to the next boss fight, the first one of Act 3, the first official one of Act 3, and one of the tougher bosses of the game. Because it's a fun fight, but I feel like I should save it for the next episode. I really like it, which is why I'm a big fan of those reflections of strength. Yeah, something weird happens, some massive straw thing picks you up, carries you, like, across all of Japan, and then plunges into the side of this mountain, and suddenly you're here. It's a very weird interaction. I have no clue what it's about. Yeah, boss fight right in there. I don't remember exactly what I was saying. But yeah, that's one of my favorite fights, and that's the actual Corrupted Monk. The one that you fought at the Wedding Cave door was a projection from this one. That's why it only had 1 health bar. So that you could feel like you got off easy, when in reality you were just fighting the wimpy version of this thing. This extremely powerful being that is out to kill you. Do I have... I only have 1 skill point. Yeah, so I can't get either one. I'm gonna need them both if I want to get this. That one only takes 1. I don't really use projected force either. That's a good one to get. There's Shadow Rush, that's what Owl was using at me. Ashina Cross, that's what the Ashina Elite use at you. No one uses projected force. I'm not sure about High Monk. If anyone does that, I don't know who they are. Frankly, that might be some of the stuff that the, Actually, I'm fairly certain that's what the Interior Ministry agents use. When they do the like, sliding kick, and then dash forward, swing with the sword twice, then jump in the air and try to kick you in the head. It's their attack that throws people. Might be that. Anyway, I've rambled for quite long enough. This episode's already gone on longer than it should have. But we've done all of the side stuff we can this far, so we're poised to just head right on in to the Fountainhead Palace. Alright, so that's all for this one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.